Alright, so now I'm going to show you some speed tests. Now, unfortunately, I had, when I updated to either iOS 6 on the 4S, or when, for some reason, it wiped it, but I no longer have any results, except for this one, when I tested it today. Oh, looks like it crashed. That's nice. Except for when it crashed today, or just now. So yeah, this was not even worth considering on this one. That was just on my Wi-Fi, and I was downloading something on my computer and wanted to see how bad I could get the ping, and I got it considerably high. But as you know, these tests are really unreliable, both on Wi-Fi and on data, because the data speed fluctuates so much depending on what time of day it is, when or where you're doing it, if you're in a car, if you're standing still. There's just too many variables, and I'm not one that typically likes these kinds of tests because they're so unfair at times. So you all know what 3G speeds usually are. They're usually about 300 kilobytes a second. And just for reference, I have results from my LTE on my 5, and today I was able to get nearly 8.1 kilobytes a second, 8.1 megabytes a second, which is very fast, to say the least. It's about, on average, and most times of the day, it's about 20 times faster than I would normally get on 3G, which is substantial whenever you're trying to load videos or web pages. It's very, very fast. But all these I took in quick succession. They're all in the same car ride home. I moved, and these were probably all tests within about 1 minute, and you can see how much it fluctuates. It goes down to 5 megabytes per second up to 8.1. It fluctuates so much, which again is part of the reason why I don't like these tests to begin with. But I'm going to run it because apparently there's a difference in the Wi-Fi speeds on the iPhone 5, and again, I don't like this test at all. So we're just going to see if there's any difference. Okay, so let's start. So I'm going to do one at a time, because if I were to do both at the same time, it would definitely not turn out right. So I'm going to start with the iPhone 5. Let's see how that works. Alright, 34 ping. And my Wi-Fi isn't the greatest Wi-Fi in the world, as you can probably tell by now. So 614 kilobytes a second. And it looks like it's jumping around a whole bunch, which is pretty odd. I've never seen it quite do that before, so let's try on the 4S. Because I know my speed goes up to 1.5 megabytes down a second. Looks like the ping actually was better on the 4S. So let's see what happens to the down. Looks like it was 583, slightly lower. And the upload looks like it'll be close. But it looks like the iPhone 4S will finish just below 177. So I'm going to run it one more time, and then I'm also going to, I'm actually going to run these probably 5 more times on each, average them together, and I'll come back with the average speed. So I'm going to run these each one more time for you to see. So I got 40 ping. Man, my Wi-Fi is awful. Okay. Jeez. I'm almost embarrassed to be showing you guys these speeds. Okay. So here we go on the 4S. We've got a huge amount of ping. There's probably a good chance that someone in my house is downloading some kind of stupid movie, but it looks like Looked for a second like the 4S would pull ahead in the download speed, but it dropped down below the last second. But let's see where the upload goes. Yeah, this is really why I don't like these tests. It's just they vary so much. So I mean, I'll come back with the averaged results in a second, but I just don't like these tests. Alright, so I'm back. I ran a few more tests and I averaged the score, and it looks like the iPhone 5 on average got a down speed of 1,413 kilobytes a second, which is about 1.4 megabytes, and the upload speed was 204.3. So compare that to the iPhone 4S, which got 1,398.7 kilobytes a second and 177.2 kilobytes a second up. So the biggest difference here is the upload speed, and that's by 30 kilobytes a second, and the difference in the download speed is only by 15 kilobytes a second. So the difference is really minimal. It really is not much difference, but it is to note that on all the tests, the iPhone 4S had less ping than the iPhone 5 did, and each time it was only by 4. So, I mean, that is something. So, the iPhone 4S did in fact beat the iPhone 5 in the ping. Alright, so I'm going to leave you guys with some pictures taken by each as the last comparison. So you guys tell me, which one do you think is better, the iPhone 5 or the 4S? Do you think it's worth upgrading from the 4 or 4S to the 5? Do you think that Apple has made a mistake in the way they've made this, or what? So comment, like, subscribe, do whatever you want, as long as it benefits me, and see ya. Alright, this is the iPhone 5 videoing, the back-facing camera. There's my dog. I'm going to try to get some close-ups here. Alright, gonna try the iPhone 4S now. Alright, this is the iPhone 4S. Gonna try to do the same path here. My sister's singing. Let's try to get a close-up. And let's see how this turns out.